Good morning and welcome to Winnipeg. Okay, are we going to get through step 5 today? I hope so. Not a whole lot left to do here in 5. I did come back to the model table last night. Did a little bit of painting, so we're going to have about a 5-minute rollback. I think I put music to it. Don't blame me if you fast forward through it. All I did was paint these little pieces that you see right here. And I've got a touch up now. Well, I'll be explaining in the rollback. Okay, so are we going to have a nice sunrise this morning? Well, maybe. We'll see how it goes. Usually I don't have any trouble thinking of something to say, but this morning I seem to be having difficulty getting going. So why don't we just sort of recompose here and find out what do we have to do to finish off here. Well, I know I got to paint where the alligator clips are on. Let's roll back and see what it is I did last night to get to this place. Okay, if you will remember, I was kind of concerned that I might accidentally snap this off. And I realize that looking at it on the monitor here, it does look like it is glued in place, but I just want to reinforce it because this whole thing is going to be repainted with the same shade of paint. And I think we're going to be able to cover this all this glue up, and it is going to shrink wrap to a certain extent. So we're just kind of reinforcing it here just a little bit. I'm pretty sure I got, just look at this from the other side here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I should check the monitor. Oh yeah, that's built up good. Okay. Okay, where the alligator clips are clamped on, obviously I won't be able to paint there, so I'll have to touch that up later. But I think it should go fairly good. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to sort of, you might say, flood it on and rely on the fact that it's going to shrink wrap. That kind of looks kind of lumpy there, doesn't it? I wonder what happened there. Okay, we'll let that dry now and then touch up wherever I missed. Okay, so here's the plan. After I'm through painting this right here, I'll be holding it right here, but where it's already painted. I'm thinking I should be able to just carefully drop it into that hole like that, and let it dry, and then just watch that I don't accidentally snap it off. At least that's the plan. You know what? I could probably take them off right now, and just put them in here. Like so. Yeah, that should work. Okay. All right. Get ourselves kind of organized here. Now I don't need to paint very much of this, just where the alligator clip was holding on to. Okay, get our brush cleaned up, and then we'll do a color change, you might say, and paint that. Okay, now this entire thing that looks like a handle, but I don't think it is a handle, has to be painted. I think it's a sort of a continuation of this pipe. We're just going to try and cover up the glue here. Realize that I'm undoubtedly moving it so that it's kind of out of your field of view, but I'm trying to get it good for myself here. And I'm going to rely on the fact that we are going to have a little bit of shrink wrapping going on here. I don't think I need to put any more on. If I put any more on, will mean that I'm a moron. Okay, now, do you notice here how we got bubbles forming? Let's see if we can get rid of those. This paint seems to be bad for that. Either that, or maybe I've got to stop shaking it and start stirring it. Maybe the bubbles are forming in the paint shaker, but you know, I shook it out. It must be 15-20 minutes ago. See if I can just sort of smooth this out a little bit here. Maybe it'll look a little better once it dries. Okay, let's quit poking at it here. I think we pretty much got it. Yeah, it's probably going to be another one of those things that no one's going to see. How about right here? Just freshen my brush here a little bit. Looks a little bit blobby, so just sort of feather it out, kind of. I don't know if this is feathering it out or making it worse. How about the other side? No, the other side's not too bad. I think once that dries, it's going to look pretty good. If I think of it, we'll stick the macro lens back on and take a look at it, probably in a couple hours or so. Okay, I think our paint is probably dry, but it will not be cured. I'd like to leave it maybe just a little bit longer. And if I'm smart, I will get these out of this foam block here before I accidentally snap them off. Now this one here, we'll just leave it there, but it's I don't know. Well, anyway, we have one more piece to get here in step number 5, and that's the G13, as near as I can tell. And it looks like it should be a fairly easy piece to put on, providing this piece right here and this piece right here line up, because they have to go together. Where are we here? Yeah, you can see it there. I think we'll probably be able to make it line up, and if it doesn't, well, I won't tell if you won't. Okay. Yeah, well, let's get it. G13. Okay, here we go. G13. And I don't see anything like this anywhere else on the G sprue. So that must mean if there are any more parts like this for the other 3 torpedo tubes, they got to be on other sprues. Did I nip too low? You know what? I think I nipped a little bit too close in. Well, I think we can still use this part. There's enough sticking out here that we're gonna be okay. Yeah, I know where this goes, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm kind of mad at myself though. Gonna see if I can do better on this piece right here. Get it just right here. And this time I won't push down quite so hard. Not quite so hard. Just checking, make sure it looks alright. I think it's alright. There we go. Yeah, that's not going to take too much sanding. And I'm not going to sand this other side, because it's already slightly too short. But it's going to be alright. It is going to be alright. I have everything positioned now so that we can sort of let gravity be our friend here. And I would like to lay this whole thing down in the groove that I carved in the styrofoam block. But if I do, what's going to happen is we're going to be laying the part, or this part, down onto that little handle-shaped pipe, and we're probably going to end up breaking it off. So we're just going to have to have it like this, and we're just going to do a dry run here. Okay, now it goes, you can see that part that we cut a little bit too short, it goes in that hole there. But being as that flange goes right up tight against everything, I don't think it's going to make too much difference. This is not lining up though, is it? Which one of these pipes is it supposed to go on? Is it supposed to go from here to here, or from here to here. I think it's supposed to go to this lower one. Let me check the manual. Yeah, it goes on the lower one. Let's just try this again here. Maybe I'll just grab it just a little bit differently here. I want to be able to let gravity be our friend. There's the possibility that when I glued those tanks onto the side of the see, I'm going to just turn this a little bit more onto the side of the torpedo tube, that I didn't position them quite right, but I thought I did. Nope, that's not right either. See, this is supposed to go on the end there like that, and then it's supposed to go down in this hole, but it's not going to make it, is it? No, it is not going to make it. Either this part was supposed to go further back, or the tanks were supposed to go further this way. I might have to do this off camera a bit so I can sort of, pry around a little. Okay, I can see where I've made my mistake, and I'm just going to use the boulder downer here as a pointer. This piece right here, this little pipe that's coming up out of the torpedo tube, was not supposed to fasten onto this part right here. It was supposed to fasten further back right here. That would have made this entire piece then more this way. And then these parts would have lined up a little bit better. I'm going to just check and see if it can easily be removed and moved, or have I glued it on too securely and it's just going to, bust a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, from your angle, might be a little bit hard to see, but that part, I pried it over, or maybe I should say it from the way you're looking at it, I pried it down so that pipe is now coming where it's supposed to come. And we're just doing a dry run here. And you know what? I think I'm going to put some extra thin right there, and I'm going to paint this afterwards. So where's my extra thin here? Just get it melding. Okay. Those pieces, they should meld together, all being well. I'm just going to leave that for a few minutes. Okay, as you can see, it's upside down now from the last way you saw it. And I'm going to try and meld this part together. Now, in order to let gravity be our friend here, even though it be very minuscule, I'm just going to turn it over. Okay, it had been my plan here to put it on a rotating platform like this and see if I could paint it on camera, but I'm thinking now that in all likelihood it's probably a good idea if I don't, because we've got the light gray of the torpedo tube, the dark gray of these air tanks, and then the medium gray that a lot of the other small pieces are. And I'm going to be using the medium gray here, which is this one. And yeah, I think I'm going to have to just quickly do it off camera, and then we'll take a look at it afterwards. Okay, I would think that this is probably 90 or better % dry. I think that our paint is probably about as shrunk wrap as it's going to get here. Now we were also going to look at that little pipe that looks like a handle. I'll just reposition here. Okay, I'm not going to put the macro lens on. I was thinking about it, but then I realized that you know what happens when we put the macro lens on. Things all of a sudden start looking really terrible. So no, we're not going to do that. Okay, we are sort of getting back to normal here now. Christmas is over. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'll be getting a coffee visitor. I was just talking to him a few minutes ago, and he's coming over at 3:30 today. I'm going to call her quits here. Yeah, once again, I don't know if I'm going to be doing any more. I don't think I have a sunrise to show you, so we don't need to worry about that. Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're going to see you tomorrow.